Welcome, friends. In this episode of Will, I am going to discuss and narrate my views on various queries that I received on Will, which we covered in last episodes from episode 1 to episode 7. They are related to the will, and many are related to the nominations as well. So I intend to cover them one by one, some of them at least. A question came. The facts narrated are: father makes a will not declared after his death. Property is automatically transferred to mother's name. Mother then dies without making a will, that means she dies intestate. Whether father's will stand in court of law on mother's death? This is the question. To begin with, let me tell you, the information given is not to the fullest extent. So based on what is stated into the query, I want to say that father's will stand in court of law if proved properly, whether during the mother was alive or even after her death. That means during mother's lifetime also, if the will is discovered later on, declared and proved into the court properly, it will stand. However, having said this, let me say few comments. The information given is very incomplete. For example, the father's will was not declared means what? There has to be some executor, there has to be some attesting witnesses. All of them kept quiet when the will was not declared. Was it not declared by fraud or some other compulsion? Secondly, how the property got transferred to mother's name automatically? Because if it is assumed by court that the will was not made because it was not discovered at all, it means the father has died intestate. If father has died intestate and his mother is not alive, then the legal heirs are the son, daughter and wife all. Then how come the property got transferred to mother's name automatically? Secondly, the person who is now asking that whether the father's will stand in court of law or not, after he discovered that there was a will, what was the time lapsed? Was he keeping quiet for many years after he discovered that there was a will? So all these considerations court will give, and then it will process the case, and the ultimate result, whatever it is declared valid, will be given by the court. However, the will, if proved in court properly, should stand, in my opinion. Second query that I got: whether will can be made outside India by an Indian origin person. The answer, my view, is yes, it can be done. However, when the will is to be proved into the court of law, that attesting witnesses will have to come to India to testify that the signature of the testator. Third, whether nominee is a trustee of a property of flat in a cooperative society and hold the property on behalf of legal heir, or whether he is a owner. Now, yes, nominee holds the flat as a trustee on behalf of the legal heir in a cooperative society flat. He holds it till the legal heir stakes his claim as a legal heir on the property, Also, please remember, cooperative society is governed by Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act besides Civil Procedure Code, which is CPC. Fourth question is whether will written on non-judicial stamp paper is valid. Answer is yes. Whether will made without attesting witness is valid? Answer is no. How many witnesses are required? Minimum 2. Whether will is notarized, notary is required? No. Whether registration of will is compulsory? No. Which court it is to be registered? Normally will is registered in registrar's office and not in court. Whether attesting witnesses need to sign all pages including annexures? Preferably yes. If there are corrections made which materially changes the legacy bequest, then they must attest the testator's signature at those places as well. After death of a person, whether divorcee wife can claim his property if she does not change her name? Answer is, if divorce has taken place legally, then the divorced wife does not have any claim on his property. Whether she changes her name or not is immaterial. It is to be noted here that husband and wife are treated as separate individuals in India, and even during lifetime they do not have claim or right on each other's property individually. Further question is concept of nominee different for demat account as compared to other types of properties? In a sense, nominee in case of demat account is absolute owner of the shares and not a trustee. Now, answer is, as per National Company Law Appellate Tribunal ruling given in 2020, the case was Oswal Greentech versus Pankaj Oswal. Rightful ownership of shares remains with legal heir and not with the nominee. So earlier it was thought that the company law will prevail over the Succession Act, but this 2020 Appellate Tribunal ruling says that nominee is still a trustee and he holds on behalf of a legal heir. But there are some decisions prior which state that Company Act shall prevail over the Succession Act and nominee of a demat account is absolute owner of the shares. My suggestion in this would be to act in lifetime only properly, so that post your death the shares go right into the hands of the person you wanted them to be bequeathed. This can be done by making a joint account in demat, by appoint a nominee who is a legal heir, or make a suitable will. Now, a interesting case, cooperative society jointly held by husband and wife 50-50. On death of one, the society treats the property as that of both and not only of the surviving spouse. So how does nomination play a role here? This was the question. Now, society shall transfer the flat in deceased person's share into the nominee's name as nominated by him. Please note. So if you want that your spouse, your share should first go to your spouse and then to your children, then in your nomination form submitted to the society, you should take adequate care and say there and state there that in case of my death, if my spouse is alive, my share will go to her in first place, and if she is not alive, then only it will go to my son or daughter or legal heirs, whosoever you want to nominate. So that precaution you should take. Next question. After amendment of 2005 in the Hindu Succession Act, daughter and son has equal rights in father's ancestors' property as well as his self-earned property. And second question part is whether marriage has any effect on share. Now, after the amendment of 2005, the daughter is a co-partner in her father's ancestors' property and not in his self-earned property. So, on death of the father, the ancestor's property, she will get equal share as her brother. Her marriage is immaterial. However, in father's self-earned property, she does not have any claim or right to claim if he has made a will, and if he has died intestate, then she will get by succession certificate. Father can will away his self-earned property to anyone he might want to do. Please note. Next question. What is nominee's role in bank FDs, fixed deposits and saving bank accounts and insurance claim, etc.? In all these cases, nominee is only a trustee and hold property on behalf of legal heir till he stakes a claim over it. Why do you need to sign each page of will? A question came. It is as a safety measure. Suppose after your death, one of the pages is replaced, changed by somebody, then what? So it is preferable that testator signs each page of the will. These were the various queries. I hope I have been able to satisfy your thought processes, and please do write to me if you have any further queries on my email. Here we are concluding the session on will, and next episode onwards we will have 2 episodes of the Hindu Succession Act 1956. Thank you very much. Thank you.